Tommy.
Merry Christmas. We're here December 22nd.
Yes, 22nd, Friday the 22nd. And
it's...
by the way, it's not Happy Holidays. It's Merry Christmas.
No, it's Merry Christmas. And anybody that doesn't like that, they can join a Freeload to China. Free boat. A couple of things, though. Charlie Brown's Christmas, the tree, and hole in my stocking and all of that. I grew up as a kid with the understanding that Bumbles bounce. Mine didn't. My Bumble didn't bounce.
Yeah, that's a mess.
Yeah. Anyways,
what happened to your Bumble?
The wind took him for a ride and he didn't bounce.
Screw Bumbles.
So it's all part just like the lies of the Biden administration. Let me tell you, Bo had a Bumble. Bo had a Bumble. Bumble bounce. Bumble. I'll tell you what. We go to green energy for real. Listen to me, this is true.
Okay.
Electric energy, blow that right back up again.
Yeah, what? About 7.5 hours.
Bo had a
pump.
Bo had a Bumble too. No, many of you have probably seen the last few videos I've put out there with my Buffalo back there and Ucorn behind me there. What the difference is they need pumps, I don't. So I put it out there because I know somebody's going to fire back. Yeah. Y'all need a pump. Now, the truth is no, but what's wrong with a pump if it gets the job done, right? That's what I'm saying.
True.
Anyways.
By the way, can I add to that?
Sure.
So we're going down to Florida and we're going through the TSA, and the guy starts saying he's going through the metal detector, and right there's hundreds of people, right? And he stands up and yells and he goes, "It's my penile pump. I've never been stopped before." That is a true story.
No, it's awesome.
They took him away.
You're going to have a lot more of that with the trans and stuff because they all have the phony apparatus down there and stuff. And it's a new way of the world. We all saw the White House Christmas party where the transies were running through the Christmas trees. Anyways, total quiet until we go on the airborne here. Yeah, Baba Booey my ass. Anyways, it's a beautiful day. I don't know, it's 40-something degrees.
Yeah. 50, they're saying Christmas, low 50s.
So that's good, no snow, and amen to that too. And
our Bill's flag.
Bill's got a big one coming up Saturday in L.A.
Yeah. I love L.A.
They've been putting it together pretty well, and love the dismantling of Cowboys.
Oh, God, was that fun. I got to say, shout out here. There's a couple people who told me. One was Mike Capizzi, and a couple other people said we're going to win 5 straight and we're going to win this division. And based on the way they're playing, I'm going, But they have come back. I think what I like about this is just the way that they're. I think when that article came out, and it took a shot at him, a lot of people went with, "Oh my God, what a terrible time to do it." You and I think but I definitely thought it would go the reverse. I thought that they would stand up for their coach, and they have.
I also thought it was a pretty terrible time for our local media to write some kind of crap like that. That was off season. I'm glad they united. You're right.
That's what I mean. They united by it.
But it just the media here always underwhelms.
And they're wonderful. They're great. They ask the tough questions. No, but the Bills. I was absolutely stunned. I mean, I really thought we beat them. And by the way, except for them being on the road, they came in one of the hottest teams in football. They are blowing everybody out, but they're not doing it on the road. And I thought that was our saving grace. Although it was 46 degrees and not 20, and it was but rain. They don't like that. They play in that little covered stadium down there. Everything's wonderful.
The other thing that's kind of, to me, soiled the last couple of wins was maybe one of the greatest plays ever was taken away by a.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a foot offside.
I mean, you can't take that away. And
it was a foot offside, if that.
By the way, the next couple weeks, I noticed they're calling it. I was watching a couple games last week before the Bills game, and they're calling wide receivers offside.
Well, and also on that play for all you Chiefs fans. By the way, Mahomes' mom got involved. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Remember though when we lost to New England, Josh's mother and father were breaking windows and stuff.
Yeah, they were arrested. I think
they were.
Not really. Class.
No, on that particular play, Kelsey, they picked Kelsey open. He gets away with it.
Yep.
Both tackles were off the line of scrimmage. There was a lot of other things wrong on the play. That's why there's penalties. Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Well, that play was offside, Tony. I mean, you're right. The offensive tackles, it looked like the Mighty Ducks flying V, for Christ's sake. I guess the way it works on the tackle is his head's got to be beyond the center's ass. And these guys were way in the backfield, and there's no call there. So
Well, you know what they used to say: if my aunt had a twinger, she'd be my uncle.
that's true.
But now if
We beat it.
my daughter had a twinger, she'd be my son, and that's becoming more and more
Prevalent.
here under this current
And
administration.
we're paying for it.
And of course, we are paying for it.
We got to go back to the Bills, though.
Yeah, Bills. I'm just getting torn between all sides here. You know, have at it. But no, they got a ways to go with that.
Got a ways to go. You know, here's the bottom line. Don't trip up. Beat San Diego tomorrow. I call them San Diego. I don't
They are
freaking
San
LA
Diego.
shit. Beat San Diego. Beat the hapless slobs that beat us earlier, the Pats. And then let's see what happens. I'm going to go down there. I'll be a nervous wreck if that game is for the playoffs. Like, in other words, if that game means, because of everything else that happened, that if we lose, we're out completely, not even wild card,
Well,
they might have to put me in straight.
Bills are battle tested because all these games actually have been
Playoffs.
games.
Playoffs!
By the way, you know, the local media likes to tell us that Oliver was overpaid. He took 2 All-Pro guards the last 2 weeks. Looked like they had roller skates.
He has been shoving them around. This guy, I'll give him credit. He goes, they gave me the money. This is what I'm paid to do. I love that quote.
That offensive line, which, you know, is horrible. What are we doing?
Yeah.
And manhandling people.
Guess who liked the offensive line? They
Well,
have.
the hip
They
was
have.
right on board. We said Brown's been injured. He's, you know, it takes a while to come back. He's a beast of burden.
Oh my God, he's pushing back. How about that? I know it was one block, but oh my God, Deion Dawkins comes and he pulls through the hole, takes their linebacker and shoves him 20 yards, and then pancakes him on the goal line.
Weapons is all we're told we
Weapons.
need. What are we going to do when Knox comes back? What are we going to do? How can we do it? What can happen? What can happen?
Ball.
Well, they both play. There's only one ball.
There's only one ball.
Earlier in the season, Josh, you're only throwing to Diggs. Is there any way we can find somebody else? I mean, we're one-dimensional, blah, blah, blah. Now, Josh, why aren't we throwing to Diggs?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Right.
Now, the media here is, like I said, very underwhelming.
Media and a lot of the fans, they just don't understand.
No,
But
they don't. That's
you know
why
what? Win a
we're
game.
trying to help.
I don't care if Diggs gets nothing and the running back gets 30. The bottom line is we have to win these games. That's it.
Right.
Dude.
And McDermott has been a little more aggressive on D. And whatever it was, firing
No, you're wet.
Dorsey, and then he's changed his plan a little bit. Be a little more aggressive with the defensive calls and stuff. And
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I saw a lot of press coverage. Oh my! How long have we been asking for that?
Well, and by the way, too, it's a pitch and catch league.
Rasul Douglas, by the way, Rasul Douglas, that kid can play zone and he can press as well. Man, what a pickup!
Pitch and catch league. You know, you basically brought Flacco out of the casket.
The moth.
He's throwing the ball around. The other night, was it Tommy DeVito from the Giants? There was a couple of backup quarterbacks, Monday Night Football or something. It's a different league because you can't defend anymore. If your quarterback's accurate, you're going to have success in this league.
But let me go back to something, right? Whatever we thought of our defensive coordinator, and also what we think of him now, the bottom line is if you go back and look at the superstar receivers on the teams we played against, we shut them down. Tyreek Hill, Waddle, you name them. Go all the way on. We've shut them down.
No, and we have, and McDermott has to get his kudos for that.
Yes, he
We'll
does.
just see what goes here.
I'm still a little nervous about late game coaching, but you know what? You got to give him kudos for those last couple games.
But if you listen to, I listen to the Red Zone. You watch the Red Zone on the radio. I listen to it. Some of these coaches, they're all. I mean,
A lot of them do the same thing.
What are we doing?
A lot of them do the same thing. They go to the soft zone, the cover grass.
Over doing this ball here. The Minnesota game, they lost last week, but on the down before that, that's a first down.
Yeah, I'm furious.
And the ref comes over, basically marks it first down. The other guy comes out of nowhere, moves it back a yard. Why didn't the Minnesota coach challenge for a spot?
Probably because he was worried about a tight game, needed timeout.
Well, but that was.
Then they do the same thing, and their quarterback twice goes sideways.
And again, they stay up all night, or according to Tyler Dunn, apparently they don't. Why go 4 wide there?
Yeah.
Why do we put a massive humanity over the center, and then they think this tush push bullshit's going to work?
No, and especially tush push, they put a skinny running back behind him, pushing him, and the guy went sideways.
And the whole thing too with the push, I mean,
Yeah.
So who's gonna get killed here?
Somebody's going. By the way, did you see Josh Sneaks? He went over between the guard and tackle twice.
Right.
He's a smart guy. He looked for a hole.
And you live back when New England with Brady. I mean, they'd get to the line of scrimmage, and you go between the guard and it's first down. It was none of this bullshit. Sometimes keep it simple, friends.
Stupid. Kiss. But the Bills we're excited because now we have a chance. And even, hey, look, at this point, yes, I want the division. But if we could just even get a wild card, get into the playoffs, because I'll tell you, Colin Cowherd just came out and said he's got the Bills going to the Super Bowl. He goes, there's no better team playing right now.
Well,
now, I know that scares me because it's hard to get to the Super Bowl.
It is, but we are 8-6 currently with the hardest schedule in football.
Yeah.
And we've lost a lot of key guys. But the injuries are starting to
Coming back,
pile
baby.
up around the league. We're getting guys back. But here's the thing. I wanted to comment. I think it was a wonderful decision. I think it was last week.
Mm-hmm.
The NFL is going to Brazil. And I know I want to sign up.
15,000. We'll go for 4 days. It's a great trip.
$15,000 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
The NFL experience on the beach.
Yeah, with Dung floating by.
Oh, well, forget that for a second. A chance to possibly see a legend come by.
Sure.
Now you do have to have 17 different vaccinations.
Malaria.
And the triple
AIDS.
thick Zika cream. But I want to snorkel amongst turd. I want to do that.
By the way,
And-
for those who aren't you think we're not serious? They couldn't hold water things outside of Rio in the Olympics because there were human waste floating.
You know, we want to try and
Let's
take
go there.
our buddy who's at Garden Gate. He's we'd like to try and bring him, and we've heard that the Convent Santiago has a bus that we might be able to pick him up from another airport.
Yeah.
No, seriously. And then to sit in the game, and I'm hoping to God
Please.
that Hockley is the referee.
Oh, yeah.
Because I want to sit
Make it 4 hours.
4.5 hours of 112
120
degrees,
degrees.
swatting Zika-infected, AIDS-infected mosquitoes. No, and then the best part is they wheel out the real grass, bring in the concrete so 3 or 4 more stars can get hurt.
Can get crippled.
No, seriously, the best time of the year, right? Key NFL players, including ours,
Yeah.
going down with injuries. They play, I think, too many games.
Thursday suck.
The Thursday shit, the travel. NFL, could we care about player safety? It's
don't
a
care.
little less cha-ching.
It's all.
And God forbid something for the fans. If the people of Brazil really want to see the NFL, let them buy the NFL ticket and get a satellite dish.
They don't care, Tom.
They could give two shits.
That's Goodell and his boys bringing everybody down there, all the corporate boys. They don't
I
give
could
up.
care
flying
less
shit.
about seeing a game in Brazil, Hungary. What's the next one? A game on the Strip, the Gaza Strip.
Gaza Strip.
Mexico.
Congo.
No, it's a joke. And come on, NFL. I mean,
I agree.
God
Oh, my
forbid
God.
the fans here.
Well, I've been saving up now I was praying for a Brazil trip. So now I got about 10,000
No,
in
and
the
you
15.
wait in line for hours on the beach, and here they'll wheel out some NFL legends. you
Jim
know,
Otto.
Jim Otto and Rick Kingray and Tommy Dempsey, and if we would just get up to see him, and they'll move them out. And Gringo, banana boat come, banana boat,
Yeah, man.
ganja man.
Well, that was a little Caribbean, but the same thing.
Right, it is. But no, here's what international shit. Screw it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Let's see. Sabres quick.
C'est bear.
The Sabres, I've been preaching maybe to the nausea of my family and friends, but patience with this team. I know it's frustrating, but I believe in Adams and Granato. I like the players we have. I don't think it's the final mixture yet, but youth makes mistakes. It's maddening. But last night we put out there, finally, guys in the right positions.
Yeah, Quinn was back. Greenway
Our
was
top
back.
line.
Top
You
line.
put Quinn back with
Cousins, Paterka.
and Paterka. Now you got Middlestat playing a third line role
Which
where
is-
he could alternate second or third, whatever.
Yeah.
And you got Benson, who could have had 5 goals last
Oh, my
night.
God. He had
It's
so many
puzzle
chances.
pieces, guys. We finally have the lineup, the team pretty much the way we envisioned it from the start of the year. I know other teams get injuries. We're dealing with our team, and they're the youngest team in hockey. So it's frustrating as hell. Believe me, I know that. But you hear a lot of our local media, look, fire Granato. Why don't we get involved in the trade for this guy? Let's be careful. We don't want to go back from where we've came, right?
Well, we all remember back
And the guys that
with Murray going out and
Adams,
get 3 great guys we thought was the greatest thing ever.
and they were good players, right?
And we crumbled.
I think what Adams has done with long-term some of these guys, I think rightfully so.
Oh yeah. It's not one movie he made that I didn't like.
Why?
The contract.
Why the inconsistency? At times, I don't know, but like the other night we gave up 9, right?
Yeah.
And goaltender's been a problem there too. But we had guys leaving the zone and Eric Johnson spinning back. This is a team built on going, right? Last night, Clifton gets the puck. They're pressuring him. Our guys take off. He takes his stride, hits a pass, boom, odd man rush. We go down and goal. I think everybody's got to be on the same page, and then when you fall behind with some bad giveaways in the defensive zone for sure, we don't get the saves. We're down 3-0, right? Now the guys start trying to do too much and get away from the plan, and that's part of youth, I think, and it's frustrating.
Well,
I get it.
So my view on this is that I like these guys. I like the players. And I say to myself, well, why in God's name can't, well, they love their coach. I
Yeah.
think he's a smart hockey mind. They love him, but I go, they're not playing for him. What the hell's going on? And then I saw a stat that said, we have chopped off, oh, you ready for this? Not even a half a goal. 0.4 goals for our goals against. But we're down like 1.2 a game in goals for.
Right.
And I said, before it happened, and before I heard it yesterday from Granato, go back, you and I both said this, go back to the way you played last year. Go balls to the wall to score goals. If you got to win 7-6, win 7-6. I don't care.
Gimmicks don't win. Players do, right?
Yeah.
And we have a coach now that has said, okay, we have a young, big, fast team.
Right.
Let's whoop you on transition.
Let's go.
And when we have everybody in place, and now you got your number 1 center playing where your number 2 or 3 center isn't playing number 1.
Yep.
That makes a difference. And now we're going. And I've seen this year, Tampa Bay, Boston, last night against Toronto, twice against Toronto now, where basically it's a no mas. They don't want to skate at that pace.
No, they don't. And they can't.
They want
Most
nothing to
teams
do
can't.
with it. And that we've got to play our game. And that doesn't mean Saturday night we go in and put a 9 spot on the Rangers. That'll be another tough game. But let's go in there and play them 5-4, 5-5.
Yeah,
whatever.
I was going to say, if you go in there and play our game and lose to a very good team who's only lost 6 games, fine. Okay? Don't go in there and embarrass the city again.
Right.
I'm done with that crap.
And,
Of course, I was there in the 9-4. Jesus Christ, I'm sick of paying for this shit.
people have said, well, why don't they trade for a better defenseman? All right, we brought in Eric Conry, or Eric Johnson. He's been, I think, disappointing, right? He's here for a lot of off ice, I get it, but his on ice,
It's been
the
poor.
only time he's actually looked good is when they've played 7D, which limited his ice time, right?
Correct.
And I've seen things he does that he didn't win a cup playing like that.
No.
But they
Well,
brought him in.
The kid from Boston, I'll tell you, I was against, early on, I did not like the way he played. And he came out and said, I am embarrassed. I signed this contract and I am not myself. He said
Right.
that. And God bless it, this kid has turned it around a little bit. He's hitting people. He's also getting that first pass out. He was +5 last night. I mean, so we're getting there.
I think Darlene and this Ryan Johnson, I think that's a nice combo.
Ryan Johnson's a hell of a player. Wow.
Samuelson with power. And then on your bottom there, Clifton and Hockey are you, and Spatter in the other guy, Spatter, whatever, Limitly.
Yeah.
But going back to why he didn't make a trade for, say, a Noah Hannafin or whatever, in the board, Adam's office, is their contracts, right? And if you bring in a $9 million deal or whatever, Hannafin makes good money, right?
Yes, he does.
$7 million.
About 7
All right, but I'm counting on paying that to this guy.
No, yeah.
So I think as much as he'd like to make that move, he wants to pay his own. And damn it if I don't think he might have his own here.
Yeah.
Right?
See, that was the thing that always bothered me of late. And that is, as I look at this team, this isn't the tank team. This isn't 2018. There's some damn good hockey players on this team. And I'm thinking to myself, why aren't you playing for this guy?
But the other night, we're down 7-4 at the time, right? And you're thinking, it could get interesting,
I did.
right?
I turned over to my daughter
get it.
and I said, hey, look, don't let another one in and let's pop one
Let's
home.
get interesting, right?
And 30 seconds later.
Well, we get a 2-on-1, no, before that, and I might be wrong with the guy, Paterka, instead of shooting past, shoot the puck.
What happened last night against the Leafs? They shot the
They
damn
shot the
puck,
puck, and then
and
you
then
can put-
rebounds. And then again, like we've said all year, and it's so simple, charge the net.
Right. And it's simple, but
But complicated to them, I guess.
and guys, I do a lot of listening to my satellite radio and stuff. it's the same cries from the caller from Calgary or the caller from
Right.
New York Islanders. Everybody's like, why isn't our team doing this? Now, obviously, we want to be in the playoffs. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But I think we're on the right road. It's frustrating, but have patience. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, there's not much. Listen,
And again, I still think, too, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Pegula should walk in at one point and say, any problem cashing my check? I didn't think so.
Right.
And maybe toss a beach ball over at the goalie corner. No, seriously, sometimes, guys, how about a save?
well, yeah, I remember, and now we remember this because it was written, is that Dylan Cousins, who I think wants to win more than anybody, but is not playing that way, is getting a little better. They mentioned right in press that he made $87,000 a game. I mean, if back then I would have walked in and said, "Here's 87."
Yeah.
Wow, what are you doing?
They say he's snake bit. That always gets me. What is snake bit? What is that?
He had chances too.
But the snake bit, you either die or you gotta have somebody suck the poison. What?
Well,
He's snake bit.
I could think of some. I don't know.
No, I get
Sucking
it.
out the poison.
I also have said that a psychiatrist would
Yeah.
help the team.
I
But the
think
other
you're right.
night, I went to the. Here's the difference in teams sometimes. I went down to the Bandits game. They hung their banner, right? You've heard me mention them before.
Go Leafs, go.
It's a close game, back and forth. We're down. We come back in the third, kind of take a lead. Fourth quarter starts. We go up 3, and it's really the crowd in the place. You want to Sabres. You want to hear the roof blow off the place. Try one of these games, right?
Yeah.
Well, now San Diego's starting getting a little chipped, right?
Mhm.
We're up 3. They can't seem to bust out of it, so they kind of cheap shot our goalie, Mad Vince. There's no. Well, we played them again in February. We're going to see them next October.
No.
Stevie Priola literally snaps the guy backward on the turf.
And by the way, he's a school teacher by day.
Right. He really. And I mean, this guy's helmet jerked back to the turf. Right. They get up, and I not for the life of me don't understand the penalties in this league. Right. The play continues, and in lacrosse, when you gain possession of the ball, offensive guys go off, and a new 5 offensive guys come on, or defensive guys go off, 5 offense come in.
Right.
Tavares doesn't pull Priola.
He left him.
He stays on. Why? Because he ain't going to do that. Our team, oh no, you didn't.
Oh no, you did.
But that's the difference. Not in our house, not my team. And that's where the Sabres, like McKinnon kind of threw a check at Skinner. I know not necessarily a bad play.
Right.
But no, you're not hitting. I want my team to play like, no, you're not hitting anybody on my team.
Right. You're not going to injure any of my guys.
And that's where maybe a gritty, sandpaper type guy, well, one guy away from that. Greenway kind of set the tone last night early on with a nice hit.
Hammered him.
And we needed him back.
Yeah, we did. We kind of needed it. Now, listen, the proof will be in the pudding, okay? There's talent here. They say they love Granato. We played a great game last night. Toronto didn't even know what to do. They don't know what hit them. But keep playing, and you're not going to win every game. But, God, compete. Will you just compete?
Let's see some consistency, and let's bring it on. And having the Quinster back was huge.
Oh,
Anyways, patience.
Patience is a virtue. Now, what about Herr Hochul
Herr Hochul has just signed into law to investigate reparations
in New York
in
State?
New York State.
Because New York State was built on the backs of slaves.
Okay. I'm a little perturbed, and I will not pay that. And number one,
Built on the back of slaves. I thought the Irish, German, Italian, Polish.
Hungarians, all the legal immigrants did it. We were in northern city, which means we really didn't have
No.
slaves. And by the way, blacks owned slaves. But I had a great ancestor
Okay.
who was disabled in the Civil War.
Zabel?
Right. We found it in when my mom passed and stuff, and some of her notes and stuff. But I got to pay again.
You should.
All this is going to do is more divisiveness, right?
Yep.
The people that would be getting this so-called money had nothing to do with slavery. The people that will be paying it had nothing to do with slavery. And it's just going to make more people mad. Throwing money at situations doesn't make anything better.
No, it doesn't. Never
right?
has.
And it's just flat out wrong. It's wrong. And
But Gavin Newsom did it in California, Tom. You'll remember the great Civil War battle of Sacramento.
Right.
Right? When the Union soldiers went. No, I'm sorry. There was nothing there. I'm sorry. Okay.
No, and then what happened was they come out with this shit just like I'm paying all college tuition. It's just bullshit. Why don't you tell me what good your things are doing, like the Green New Deal, which has done nothing.
No.
And all that. But no, it's wrong. I will not pay it.
No.
And
I won't pay. They'll come around as soon. I'll leave the state. By the way, I tweeted Kathy Hochul right at her account. She's never going to read it, but I said, this is divisive. We were not built on the backs of slaves. I said, and I will never pay it. And I said, you're gonna expedite the exodus out of New York State.
More and more businesses are this attorney general's running Pepsi out of the state. You're going to run. It's going to cripple New York State.
Yep.
It was 200 and some years ago.
Yep.
What does it do but make people?
Well, it wasn't 200 years, but we'll give it to you.
Well, whatever, 1860, whatever.
160.
Right. It was so long ago. Why? And I don't understand it. It's wrong, and I will not
Never
put up
pay.
with it.
Won't pay.
If you wanna make life better for, obviously the whites, who gives two shits, but you want to make things better. Why stop defunding the police?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get these prisons up and running again. Let's start incarcerating the wrong.
Tom,
And
no. Incarceration does nothing.
$1 billion to cover the 33 does nothing for anybody.
Let's go back to prisons, Tom. You are not. No, you're not rehabbing people by throwing them in prisons. You let them loose to kill 3 times.
Right.
Then maybe put them in prison.
No, I don't understand it. And I think it's wrong. And guys, it's happening. Get on the horn. Start talking to your politicians. They're taking away our electric, or our natural gas, our gas. These people are out of their minds.
Well, it's time maybe to call. What do we got? What's her name? Marsha. What's her name? Our assemblywoman.
Yeah, Monica Wallace.
It's time to get on with Monica and her staff and say reparations.
Oh, the representative is against it. She's busy right now, but she's totally against it, sir. What you're hearing is wrong, sir. And by the way, I hear from a lot of my friends that love what's going on. They think everything's wonderful. They tell me that Fox News is wrong. They're making all this stuff up.
It's true.
My point is this: one, what if they're not? One, two, right? You hear this old line: if a tree falls in the forest at night and nobody around, does it make any noise? Right?
Mhm.
Well, if you get rid of Fox News, does this mean this crime and stuff isn't happening?
It's not happening. And by the way, you watch Fox News. I don't. I get it because I read the stories on the internet.
I listen to a little bit of all of them.
That's not what I meant. What I meant is I don't turn it on because it infuriates me, not Fox, what they're saying. So what I do is I read on the internet, and I'm seeing it from all kinds of sources. So for those of you who say it's only Fox News, that's what my point was here. I hear it from different sources.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And this border, they're saying almost 16 million people have come in under this guy. Who's paying for this?
So here's the story about Delta. So they found an internal memo for Delta Airlines. So the government is paying Delta Airlines to fly people in the middle of the night from Texas to Chicago to New York and whatever. And they're laughing about it because the people on Delta are saying that they're paying us the premium fares more than citizens would be.
I'm
paying.
getting high in the sky.
I mean,
drinking up there.
And they're no, but really, and they said we love this. They found some internal memo. This is great for us because we're selling seats at premium cost. Guess what?
For everybody else.
That is the premium cost is borne by us. There's no government. The government is a figurehead. We're the government.
Here's the
We're
thing.
paying the taxes.
Abbott's flying them here.
Yeah.
Abe Adams is flying them over there. The guy in Chicago's flying them back here. All we're doing is we're getting high in the sky. There's no marshals on the planes anymore because they're all down changing diapers and the diseases that are coming through.
No.
But if you don't believe me, whatever.
By the way, there's cells in this country now from all of our enemies, and someday they're going to have a call to arms for the jihad again, and something's going down. And I'm telling you, it's ridiculous that this is being allowed to happen. You have to come over legally. It's got to stop. And Shitstick's talking to the president of Mexico, and we're going to figure this out. You figure it out by saying they're camped over there. They're not coming over. Bye-bye.
My final Christmas wish for everyone,
yes.
Round them all up and fly them all back home. They don't have to walk home. They're destroying the southern border, and the ACLU jumps in again to defend them.
ACLU. What does the American Civil Liberties Union have to do with illegal aliens who are not Americans?
And Biden just came out with this one. You guys that love him, right? He's not orange. You love him. For real. Listen. Hey, for real.
For real. Oh.
Banks cannot decline an illegal from getting a loan.
A loan solely on their citizenship. So you have to forget citizenship on a loan to an illegal. Because that, as he had said in his quote, is discrimination.
Now, sir, I see that you lived in the village of Huhu. Who was your landlord?
Oh, walk.
Okawiki? Okay. Now, is there any number? Oh no, you call and then drum. They will drum beat a
you?
message.
And I'm sorry, you do you have any visible means of support? No.
And your income is 80 quack. Okay, well I guess you want what, $400,000 loan? Well, sure, we can. Well, okay, that because we have to. Oh.
Quack.
Anyways, yeah. Let me see here. You also were living in a double-tiered hut in Loco, and the landlord was Princess Tsar. Okay, now can we contact this Tsar? Only by pigeon. Okay. It's wacky, but hey, this is happening. Merry Christmas,
Merry
everybody.
Christmas. Merry Christmas. It's been a while since we've been on, and we
Me
have a
and
lot
him have
going
been
on.
together since, I don't know, way back in the 60s with Christmas.
60s.
Calling each
Unbelievable.
other up saying, hey, what'd you get, what'd you get? And Christmas at the log.
There was that tough year where I got the used jockstrap, but damn it, I could use it in the tackle game.
No, the big bulbs and Christmas and the net when the hockey became a big thing.
And then when you sit here and think about it, not only you think of friends, but when you go back to family, both of our parents are gone, and you think about just the wonderful times at Christmas and, you know, with our family, and it changes. Now we have different family. You have 2 grandchildren, another one on the way.
Third, you
I
got
have
one
coming. And
close friends, Joe and Steph, they have their little one, Alexander. There's a new breed coming.
And I like that for Christmas because I think Christmas is for kids. The adult Christmas to me is not as cool. I love having children around, so I'm excited.
Christmas is my favorite holiday of the year, other than the 4th. I love the 4th of July too, but
that's because you will cost
right
politicians in the parade.
It's true. The games, some of our favorite gifts. My favorite gift was the big bowl football game, and playing electrical football. Oh my God, I never forget that. I got to the point where my mom said, "You got to get some clothes on." It was just our jammies, you know, and the guys would move, and it was almost like they were human with the magnet now, not that felt football.
My favorite was probably the greatest hits of Perry Como.
Any kind of junior.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
Then the year we were playing hockey with 2 garbage cans and a fence post. And then our parents, us all got together and we got those nets.
2 nets, baby.
Goalie stick and a regular stick, and we were good to go.
Good to go.
But
fun times, man.
And Christmas at the log, as we got a little older, little Boone's Farm.
Remember Whitey? He was the best.
Whitey at the log, and then you know, all those.
Robbie Gobbs.
There was nobody at the log for me, the female wise. But no, at the log, and no, just a lot of great times. It just
goes by quickly, doesn't it, buddy?
So all you guys out there, let's see if we can. Mark and Sharon and my kids, your kids, Mike, Eddie Katowski. Merry Christmas, buddy.
Kim.
Kimmy. Watt Scottson. How about Marty Katowski, Timmy Miller, New York City baby? How about them? Whatever.
Jack McNulty.
Yep. Hey, Darlock and the gang, the construction.
Oh
crew
yeah,
listens.
Darlock, my man. I think I'm going to see him at the sweater party tonight.
My nephew Shaney, who's going to be soon going with the Coast Guard to Bahrain.
Guatemala?
God bless you.
Where's that? Bahrain.
Bahrain in the Middle East.
Oh no.
He's getting. It's a long story, but he signed up for it. God bless you, buddy. I love you.
Yeah.
All my nephews, Tyler. Who else? We don't want to miss anybody out here.
Well, it's just, you know, look at all our friends and family, because there's probably too many to cite. But got my brother. I went to Tommy Zach's. Got my brother a flag, and then instead of the stars, it was the Marine Corps emblem. He loved it yesterday.
Yep. Tom Zach, guys. If you're looking for, well, it's getting late, but he does a great job with the flags.
He does. Wooden flags are amazing.
They're awesome. They're outstanding. And
he's out in West Seneca on Seneca Street near Center, and if you want something like that, it's awesome.
The gang down at Frizzy's, they come to know me pretty well down there. They treat me well.
They do. They don't treat me well. I've never been in there.
Well, you got to go in. Maybe that's when it'll start. But no, seriously.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, guys. Happy New Year.
Jimmy, I'm expecting a phone call when you hug some guy in the street and then call me. He did that one year. Merry Christmas. Who is this?
That's Timmy. Yeah, he's got issues.
No, I guess that's pretty much the gang. Dion, Danny, and our buddy Peter.
Yeah, God bless
Peter.
Pete. We love you, buddy.
Don't let him do it to you, Pete. There's been some issues there, but anyways, I think something might be going wrong when they shut that door in that room. But anyways, lay off the Roman noodles, Peter. Though seriously,
that's a lot of salt. That's a lot of salt in the diet.
Mark, Sharon, everybody. Merry Christmas. I hope it's wonderful, healthy.
Healthy is key, right, Tommy?
You're nothing without health.
Nothing without health, man.
You know, and as far as you, my Bumble didn't bounce, but I'm hoping your bumbles do bounce. May all your bumbles
Wow,
bounce.
what a greeting. That was cool.
And that's somebody start that now.
That's good. You're a special guy. All right, guys.
For sure.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We'll talk to you soon.
See
When
you
I get
soon.
back from Florida, January 10th, we'll do another show.
Bills 34, Chargers 17.
Bills 31, Chargers 20. Let's pause.
Woo! A little closer than I like.
True.
Let's pause.
Let's pause. Now we don't got it.